Thank you for joining us tonight for this 9 o'clock digital update on Hurricane Michael. I'm Wright Gasaway here in our 24-hour newsroom. We are live right now on our website. We are on our app as well. We're on Amazon Fire, Roku, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. If you're on Facebook, there's a big crowd in there. Feel free to ask any questions there in the comments, and we'll get back to those as we can later on in the digital newscast. I will say, if you have any specific questions about the storm and what you can expect where you live, that is a question you need to wait and ask the weather people. There will be another digital update at 10 o'clock. You can also email Dave or Jamie or Andrew or Cutter, or send them a message on Facebook. They can give you a more specific answer about what you can expect, where you live, and when you can expect that weather to get there. I'm going to go through some of the stories we're following, some of the video we've been getting into the newsroom of this absolutely massive storm, really a historic hurricane that hit the Florida Panhandle this morning, the strongest on record to hit the Florida Panhandle. So let's get right to some of that video, really jaw-dropping video here out of Panama City Beach, where people were watching that storm. Michael made landfall there as a Category 4, a high-end Category 4 hurricane this morning. Michael's winds were around 155 miles an hour when it took the roof off that building. You see an unbelievable video right there. The storm slammed the shoreline with sideways rain, powerful gusts and massive waves. Undoubtedly has left millions of dollars in damage behind. The storm surge in some areas was as high as 14 feet. Homes there being taken off their foundation and floating down roads that were underwater. Michael arrived and made landfall around 1 o'clock. The brunt of the storm had passed that area, though, at about 6 o'clock, and folks in Georgia now are experiencing the worst of Michael. Speaking of here in Georgia, especially in the coastal empire, we are bracing for the impacts now. The storm is right over the Albany area in southwest Georgia, but the rain bands and some of that weather are extending far from the center of the storm. Rural roads are a top concern, especially in some of our counties out towards our west here. One of those is Evans County, and one of the main areas and one of the main concerns there they're worried about are the dirt roads, specifically those dirt roads washing out and trees that fall to the ground from all of the rain and from some of those high winds. Evans County does have a curfew tonight. It is in effect actually just now, started at 9 o'clock. They're watching those roads, though, for downed trees and washouts as well. Candler County has set up shelters. They have 3 Good Samaritan shelters there as well. Over in Tattnall County, they are adding more patrols tonight and tomorrow. Meanwhile, all of these county leaders say it's an important thing for people to stay ahead of the weather, stay in tune with what's going on. A lot of people did buy gas today. They also made sure they had plenty of food. Officials there say it's most important for you to stay off the roads. That way you won't come across any trees that are down when it's dark, especially tonight and into tomorrow morning. That will keep your family safe.
Well, we're buttoning down all the hatches, bringing in all the artificial plants, making sure that the critters, my kitty cats, are going to be safe. My dog Cozy, she's on the seat on the passenger side. She's getting ready. She's helping me get ready.
If you do come across any washed out roads, give the EMA a call. They can direct you to the correct agency. Also, if you have any issues in your home tonight, you can call the correct agency as well. Always best to call 911 if you have any sort of emergency. But if you have power out, you should call your utility company. However, you should expect that power to be out for some length of time, as there will be widespread power outages. We'll take a look at that a little bit later in this digital newscast. Meanwhile, there are a couple of other counties with a curfew tonight as well. We do want to pass along. Jeff Davis's curfew actually started at 6 o'clock tonight, and it will go through 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Meanwhile, there in Wayne County, a mandatory curfew starts at midnight tonight and will go into effect until noon tomorrow. So midnight tonight until noon tomorrow. And speaking with EMA people around the area, it seems like it's a very good idea to stay inside tonight. Don't get out and drive around. As you know, it is dark, especially once you get out into some of those rural roads. It's very, very tough to see, and you have trees down, power lines down. It can be a very dangerous situation for drivers. The coastal empire, as you know, we are expecting, and the low country, we're expecting to see the effects of Michael here over the next few hours specifically, and it should be a tropical storm by the time it hits our area. I was speaking to the weather team. It's a Category 1 storm right now, sustained winds around 90 miles an hour as it moves across Aiken and takes that northeast track towards Macon, rather. It's over Albany right now. We do have the latest and most up-to-date information for you on our website right now, WTOC.com. You can find everything you need there to ride this storm out. Right at the top, we have several key stories, including what schools and government facilities are closed tomorrow, as well as what shelter locations are open for people looking for a safe place to stay. If you head over to the Tracking Michael tab, we can take a look at the latest information from our meteorologist on Michael's path, intensity, and effects along the way, including a detailed hour-by-hour forecast in the coming days. This also includes several other resources like the Tropical Tracker and alerts, as well as tropical storm force wind probability. A lot of great resources there that will really benefit you as you watch this storm. Once again, we are expecting the worst of this storm in our area over the next few hours, and then really by tomorrow afternoon we should be in the clear. But stay alert, stay in tune to WTOC on all of our platforms, and we can keep you updated there. As long as you still can, keep up to date on the storm through our website and our mobile apps. We've collected a list of resources and hurricane survival tips in that Tracking Michael section, and our First Alert weather team will also be updating videos there. They'll be adding the forecast as it changes, and they'll be keeping track of that storm nonstop, really. So be sure to turn on your alerts right there. If we are ready for that, I do want to take a look at the power outage map. This storm now is moving across southwest Georgia, and as you can imagine, thousands of people are already without power there, especially over in Florida. If we can go to southwest Georgia to get a better idea of that storm as it's moving this way, you can see those widespread outages right there. What city is that we're looking at right there? Okay, that's the Valdosta area there, so you can see even to the west of that in Albany and there in Tifton, all of those counties over there, some widespread power outages, high winds there. It's a Category 1 storm still, 90-mile-an-hour winds. That's what's coming our way, so you can expect power outages in some of our areas. Once again, crews, though, are already staged around the state, ready to get to work as soon as they can. Looking at some of these questions, it looks like a lot of people saying hello, telling me where they're from, so thank you for joining us. Like I said, if you have any questions specifically about weather, you can watch either the digital weather update. We've got a long, about a 45-minute video, actually, on our Facebook page just below this video, an 8 o'clock update. Also, Dave Turley will be back at 10 o'clock with the very latest, and then obviously on air tonight at 11 with the latest 11 p.m. advisory from the Hurricane Center on Michael. Other than that, it looks like most people are just asking for what they can expect there. As our meteorologist has been saying, what we're expecting is tropical storm force winds with rain and isolated tornadoes being the threat. As those threats come up, of course, we'll be on air. We will get you through this storm. We always do. You can count on the WTOC weather team to get you through everything you need to know. So thanks for joining us here at 9 o'clock. Dave is back at 10, and then join Dawn tonight at 11 o'clock. We'll have looks from Dow Candy and Danielle Lewan, as well as Romney Smith out in the CSRA. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you back here at 10.